welcome to my basement, where on today's edition of the program we will be doing a betting recap of the first round of the NFL draft, taking a look at some of the highlights as far as the world of betting is concerned, with most of those actually occurring on the offensive side of the ball. So let's get this out of the way first. If you guys have been following my coverage leading up to the draft, you knew that I was very high on Tua Tagovailoa, despite all the speculation, despite him dropping in mock drafts, despite all the worry about the injury concern. And if you got in on Tua, some of these props at the right time, you're walking away with a pretty nice profit. You know, in the week leading up to the draft, he was at plus money at one point for being the second quarterback off the board. He was at plus money to go to the Dolphins. He was at plus money to be the fifth overall pick. So maybe a little bit of a lesson, a little bit of a takeaway for future drafts. Maybe don't pay too much attention to all the narratives that arise as the draft approaches. And if you didn't pay too much attention to them, you get a little bit of extra cash in your pocket, hopefully. I know I do. I was invested not just financially, but also emotionally, because I am a Miami Dolphins fan. But enough about me. I think the biggest surprise of the first round was the Green Bay Packers trading up with the Dolphins to take Jordan Love. And I gotta tell you, I'd be willing to put money on it that Aaron Rodgers isn't in love with that pick. Yes, great joke right there. Aaron Rodgers definitely not in love with that. And a lot of the experts weren't in love with that pick either. You know, Jordan Love, he was plus 700 to go to Green Bay. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. You know, Green Bay, they had a big need at wide receiver, and there were still some decent names on the board there for them. So big surprise there with Jordan Love going to the Packers. That's going to be a fun storyline as the season approaches. Another one, not really a surprise, but the New York Giants, fourth overall. Andrew Thomas, first offensive lineman off the board. He was plus 500, so a pretty nice payout right there. The big surprise, I think, came at wide receiver. Henry Ruggs was plus 475 to be the first wide receiver off the board. And that kind of started an interesting run at receiver, because it went Ruggs, Jeudy, and Lamb. And you could have picked that exact order at BetOnline 20-1 if you nailed that. So if for some reason you saw Ruggs, Jeudy, Lamb 20-1, really nice payout right there. Now, one no one saw coming, even Dallas Cowboys fans. I think most of them were focused on maybe adding a safety, someone to the secondary, maybe a center, an offensive lineman. They end up getting CeeDee Lamb 33-1. So maybe the steal of the draft right there. So congratulations to Cowboys fans. You're going to be a force to be reckoned with CeeDee Lamb lining up opposite Amari Cooper. So what else do we have here? So really big surprise at running back. First of all, what a sweat if you had the over on 0.5 running backs selected in the first round. And of course, the last pick of the first round, we saw the Kansas City Chiefs take Clyde Edwards-Helaire. How about that? Another running back with a hyphenated last name. He joins the likes of Maurice Jones-Drew and, of course, BenJarvus Green-Ellis. Remember him, BenJarvus Green-Ellis? So maybe he'll be the next great one. But here's the thing. He wasn't expected to be even, definitely not the first, definitely not the second, not even the third running back off the board. So at BetOnline yesterday, on the eve of the draft, minutes before the draft, they had a prop up for the first running back selected. DeAndre Swift was obviously the favorite. Jonathan Taylor. Field was plus 600. So if you took Field there, man, what a great payout. So a lot of surprises in the first round of the draft. Very entertaining. We still have a lot more work to do with the draft. A few more rounds to go here. So what I want to say to you guys is we're all doing a good job. So make sure you keep washing those hands. Keep your distance. Enjoy the rest of the NFL draft. And we will see you next time in my basement.